I had a boy.
Oh, now you gonna preach to me, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna preach. And you gonna listen!
I should be rolling now, right? Y'all should be hearing me, right? There it is. Man, look, let me start over. So, anyway, I was having some computer issues. I don't know if I got a virus, but the truth of the matter is I kind of maxed out my memory. This thing is 2 terabytes. Like I said, I made the fatal mistake, went to the store a couple years ago to build me a new music machine. Welcome on Fufu. I appreciate you more than you could imagine. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Welcome, Yolanda. So, anyway, man, by the time I got home, I had to go back to the store like 2 more times. I had to go back, get a bigger hard drive, install it. Then I had to go, oops, I need Windows 11 because I now need to put that on a bigger hard drive, and there's no way to transfer it. They don't give you a copy of Windows anymore like they used to back in the day. Like they used to give you Microsoft Word already installed. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up having to damn near build another computer by hand, spending a lot more money. So this time, guess what? The lady upstairs said, yo, why don't you just build you a new music computer and do it for, like a Father's Day thing. So, she gave me the credit card, told me do what I need to do. So guess what? It's sky's the limit. Now I'm not buying no MacBook. I'm stubborn, and I know the Mac is the shiznit when it comes to the music production, but I'm not going to do that, right? We're going to keep it pushing. So I'm still able to broadcast on this thing. So I don't know, man. I've been working on it, but I think I pretty much pushed this thing as far as it can go. I might use it to broadcast in the future because my sound card is external and it can handle I got 16 inputs. I have hardware for a sound card. So you know how I get down. Multiple, I can record a whole symphony in here. Speaking of music, nice segue, right? We're going to get into the music, and I want to talk about a couple of other things. This is very, very random, impromptu. Hey, Fufu, I said I appreciate you because, man, you always you're the voice of reason. You say, hey, don't pay so much attention to that. Hey, don't overexert yourself with these things. Stuff that I normally would tell people, but man, it's just, I don't know. I call it a point of weakness. I've been getting swept up in the bull-ish. You know what I mean? So today, we've been having this ongoing discussion about music and such. And we were talking about AI and all of that. And then, the nephew, he put on a little review of the content, and that was cool. I ain't had no problem with that, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? So basically, what had happened was there was some music circulating of the AI nature. Now, this music was being presented as the real McCoy, the authentic thing, right? So I still got this video uploading. Can you believe that? So I felt like, nah, I can't ride with that, because some of us have put a lot of time and effort into our careers and doing things, and we had to do whatever. Call it personal, call it what you want. You know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with being personal. It just is what it is, I personally was classically trained. Welcome. Oh man, Mija. Welcome. That's right. Breaking. That's right. The star of the show. And our last release is here. So, oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. So anyway, right? So check it out, right? So I felt like, I went through a lot, you know what I mean, to learn music theory and all this other stuff, right? So I felt like, nah, we're not gonna do that. You're not gonna take 30, 40 years of experience and push a button and perpetrate. So I felt like I wanted to go and talk about the difference between the realness and the fakeness. You know what I mean? Now, of course, it wasn't received well, you know what I'm saying? Like most things around here are not. It's usually looked at it through an emotional lens, which it was, and I did ask a simple question. I said, damn, who actually listened to the whole 25-minute video before responding? Impossible. I had comments within a half an hour of me putting it up. So that's impossible, because see, a lot of times we listen to respond. We don't listen to hear. We listen to see, oh shit, he said something. It's this. Oh, I gotta just jump on out. Now, what's funny, I notice whenever it could, no matter what topic it is, if I speak on it, right? It's you hear little words like you jumped out the window, you was triggered, you was this, or they'll say by me simply making this commentary that you're hearing right now is I'm claiming the victim. So see, let me tell y'all something. It's what I've been telling you. Don't listen to that bullshit, right? Don't let nobody tell you what it is that people are trying to stifle. They want to quiet, they want to silence you. They want to quiet your voice and act like you ain't got nothing to say. You can't have an opinion on something, right? You got to roll with, what the hell is wrong with this thing? You got to roll with whatever the hell they rolling with. See, what I tell y'all about the herd, all the sheep, all in one group, right? Moving in the same direction slowly. The shepherd is telling them what to do, where to go. Ain't none of them sheeps getting out of pocket where they're going to say, you know what, I just want to go to this meadow over here. I don't want to go where everybody else going. Well, guess what? The sheepdog and the shepherd's going to tell them, nah, that's not happening. You're going to get in line. You're going to do what it is that we're telling you that you're going to do. And that's just the bottom line. So you'll get these things, people. I've been hearing it, for a matter of fact, the last month. It's like you jumping out the window. You're triggered. Or they'll say, because you have a difference of opinion, you get called self-righteous because your opinion don't match with everybody else. Let me tell you something. I ain't never going along to get along with no group. Now, you'll see me out and about. I'll be cordial to people. Matter of fact, I was getting all kind of shots and shit thrown at me today. Look what I do, y'all. Say a little phrase, laughing emoji, keep it pushing. You know why? Because it don't change. It's not a fact. If you got to rely on sarcasm and insults and bullshit to make your point, then you're really not making the point. You're not a person that can communicate. You're a person that can throw zingers and shit and one-liners and pride yourself on it. Now, I done said 100 times, I know why folks do that shit. You know what I mean? But we not communicating well. You know what I mean? We don't communicate well. So it's always got to be a push and pull. Yo, I'm so mad at this computer right now. I'm about to scream. I personally think it's a virus, but if you know my machine like I know, I see my restoral points have been erased. I can't do nothing with it. I can't go in and create another restore point. I'm sorry for segueing like that. It's just frustrating me because I know the amount of software that I got and what I'm gonna have to do. A new build is probably easier, and then I can just restore this one later. Yeah, man, but this joint is moving hella slow. So anyway, right? That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like sarcasm. It's like you can't have a serious conversation. Now, of course, I'm not that confrontational dude. I'm not gonna be like all rah and turning up and shit like that. You know what I mean? But because I let the fact stand for itself. So my whole feeling is, like I said, I put the video out, and at the end, it's funny because when it got to the end, everybody heard me say, yeah, well, as a category for all kinds of music, you can have an AI competition, who can do the best programming. You know what I'm saying? That's my way. My way is not to wake. I don't wake up in the morning like, let me be all cocky and shit and see who I can piss off today and who I can own online. I'm not that damn unhappy in my life where I gotta tee off on people, poor unsuspected people on the internet to feel good about myself. I don't have to do that shit. And the thing is, see, when you're like that, when you take that posture, folks feel like you could be a soft target. So they're gonna try you, they're gonna come at you. But you gotta keep sidestepping it. You gotta know who you are. I know who I am. I know what I did in the industry. I know how long I've been doing this. You know what I mean? Every since the beginning of my journey, going into I talked about this in the past, auditioning at the Peabody Conservatory of Music, when I was 9, I can't remember, and watching them race his ass basically tell me I couldn't get a slot. And I'm like, yo, I sat there and watched kids playing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Yo, I went there and played a Chopin prelude that I learned by ear, right? I played most of it. And you know what? I got it from Charlie Brown. I was watching Schroeder played that shit. I said, what is that? I really like that thing. It's in C minor, and I figured it out. I went in there and tinkered through it, and they basically didn't let me get on, but I didn't let it stop me because I started taking piano lessons and shit anywhere I could get it. You know what I mean? Anywhere there was some keys, I was jumping on. So it's been a long road to get here. Now, did I come on here to bitch and whine about somebody hurt my feelings? Nah, no. And I appreciate I'm gonna be in that chat in a second. AI will not trump natural God-given talent. Exactly. It never will. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we trying to say. But look, let's look at the positive side of things. Let's look at there was comments, you know what I'm saying, in the thing. I'm sorry, y'all, it's a little tight. I ain't got my glasses on. Vegas Gates 5.0 said, great breakdown. I have band lab and played with a bit, but it's very intimidating and fun at the same time once you learn how to piece everything together, like you broke down in this video. You do know that you're speaking in Japanese to some, and they won't understand the complexity or the time it takes to learn the software compared to just dropping prompts in something like Suno and letting it do all the work. I've done both. Unfortunately, in this day, you will have some create AI songs and claim it's all them. That's my problem right there. It's all you. I don't have no problem. And see, that's what I'm saying. I hate when I get mischaracterized as what I said. I think I speak pretty clearly. I articulate somewhat decently for somebody with a Job Corps GED like myself. I think I do pretty good with that in talking. So the brother said, we've been talking about Band Lab. We've been talking about Cakewalk. We've been talking about collaborating. Now, let me explain to y'all the evolution of this thing y'all call the sector, right? Let me break it down. So let me tell you why some of us are talking about the whole AI discussion, why it even came up. Because you know why? This is one of the smallest sectors in YouTube. Now, let me see what LV saying. It seems the context of the meaning of the AI discussion was misunderstood. Technically, we've been using some form of AI for decades, but the context seemed to be putting your ideas in the prompt. And okay, so look, check this out. Let me tell y'all about this sector over here, this sector of BlackTube. Do you know a couple of years ago, multiple people came together, right? We produced, composed, and wrote a hip hop joint with like 10 people in the sector on 2 different tracks, the Sector Symphonies 1 and 2. Do y'all know we did that whole thing? We ain't use no AI. We ain't use no help. We ain't use no nothing. Raw talent, people sending files. And yo, we got that shit done. And ain't nobody on BlackTube ever put out nothing like that. We all did that together. So what me and Speak been talking about is, hey, yo, they have some tools out here like BandLab that will allow us to collaborate a little better so we ain't got to keep sending, rough files across the email. We can actually help each other on sessions. So a few of us been talking about getting that done. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we was at with things. So when you hear, you got to listen to hear, not listen to respond. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he attacking me because he said this. No, I feel kind of insulted in a way because I feel like, nah, you're not going to claim you created something if the machine did it. Shout out to all the people that have stated they put the scripts together and created the AI song. Kudos to you for doing that because you took the time. Spotlight on Josephine, who actually, and she explained it. I can't really explain it the way she did it. Josephine had the thing, use her voice. She created the lyrics. She did a lot more than the average Joe when it comes to programming the thing. I put out a post on my wall. I would personally, the same way I do tutorials about mixing and stuff. I want to see somebody do an AI tutorial. Maybe Josephine can enlighten us and she can show us her process on how she brought her songs to life. I would like to see that and learn from it because guess what, y'all? I don't know how to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So I would like to see that. And guess what? We can build on that. And then maybe we can come together like we used to and we could get a little AI song competition going. You know what I mean? Put some money up, get a little showcase, little Grammy showcase, have a little Grammy at the end of the year for the best AI song. Come on, y'all, the shit we used to do. You know what I mean? Instead of coming on here, teeing off on each other, getting together in teams. I'm team him and I'm team her, and we just go and box and punch each other and shit and beat each other's asses, defending individuals that we like or attacking people we don't like. I mean, it's cool, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, no doubt, man. Unadulterated Truth says I created a BandLab account the other day. I couldn't even get tested 1, 2, 3 down pat. It ain't the final draft. It's going to take me a bit of time. That's what it's all about, man. Just putting that effort in. Can't get right says people can say what they want, but MFers don't know how hard it is to do what you do. This is 100% real music production. Now, of course, everything wasn't always positive, there was commentary that was a little bit on the other side of things. So how is this debunking AI music? Because did you play all the instruments individually yourself, or did you use the instruments that are already synchronized in the program right here that you use a well-established track, which is not yours? You can create a whole track using the same tools individually in the AI music platforms. And this particular track has elements of the Sugar Hill Gang, not yours, and produced by Switch Beats, again, not yours. Since we debunking stuff, images you generated are not yours. You prompted the AI system to do so. Don't try it, mate. Be slick, blah, 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 blah. Now, y'all have heard me, those who know me and listen to me on past lives. What did I say? AI is a useful tool. I use it to make my videos because it saves me 3 hours of hunting around for story blocks and all this other stuff, trying to string together B-roll. Yo, it's a useful tool. Now, I don't know about y'all. I read the post. It's like, well, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this. Now, here's the thing. I didn't attack nobody. You know what I'm saying? I said, let me show y'all how to tell the difference between if somebody comes up to you and they say, hey, I got this banging ass R&B joint. I wrote it, produced it, recorded, and did it myself. Let me show you how you can break it down. Step 1, just tell them, show me all the elements of the song and show me how you created it. Just like I do. Show me. That's all. I'm from Missouri. Show me. Easy. That's it. That's all I was saying. I didn't say, oh man, you using AI, you ain't real, you're lame. I didn't call nobody no names, I didn't hurl no insults, I didn't attack your creation. I just straight up said, let me show you how the next time somebody walk up to you and claim some bullshit, what you need to ask them. Period, point blank. Let me show you how to do an audio analysis to tell you to break the shit down. Now, of course, folks will say, like, well, you're wrong, and that can be done. All right, again, I'm from Missouri. Show me. I can, as people say, I can show you better than I could tell you. You understand? So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Enough of that. So, you're gonna get people that get it, you're gonna get people that don't. Like Miss Murphy always tells me, man, some people just ain't always gonna be you rocking with you with that, they're not gonna see it your way. You gotta just keep pushing, do your thing. That's why I appreciate her. She the sister I never had. You understand? So that's where we at with it. Oh man, let me check out a couple of comments before I segue in. So yeah, everybody, man, keep producing, keep putting out content and doing it. But we ain't gonna lie on it, man. If you programmed it, if that shit really good, shit, Josephine got some good ones. Very, very well put together. Again, that's taking an extra bit of time. Hey, get you a separate AI that can do the voice print that it specializes in just voice prints, right? Then get you, if you're going to use AI, get one that can, you're going to get your little lyrics generated. Then you're going to program the voice print. Then you're going to feed that to a different AI that more so uses this engine to simulate the music. Man, there's things you can do to take it to other levels if that's the way you want to go. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So anyway, enough of that, man. Oh, damn. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm blind. Comment. Let's catch up. Hey, everybody saying, hey. Like Dwayne from What's Happening. Hey. Oh, man. Mija stopped through, of course. I was wondering about your musical background. Oh, yeah. So I DJ'd too back in the day. I got my first Roland 606 drum machine in like 1983, 82, 83. I learned how to program that. That's the same drum machine they use. Well, they use and set it off. No, they use the 808 and set it off pretty much. Hey, it was sky's the limit. I was sampling back then too. I would use this guitar foot pedal that was used to sample riffs. It had a 2-second sample time. I would just put like a kick drum or something on it and then trigger it using the tom outputs from my drum machine. Man, we had to innovate. I'm so happy with all the tools we have now. Hey, let me tell y'all something about AI, right? Guess what? You hear that I master songs sometimes. I use Ozone 11. That's a mastering program it's an AI driven platform. Now, let me tell you what I discovered about it. If you ever decide you want to start mastering music, hey y'all, let me tell you. The AI be off with the thing. I'm gonna be straight up. I dump stuff in, it'll say, oh, we recognize this genre as hip hop, and then it'll create this whopped out EQ curve, and it's super heavy on the low end. So I'm like, damn, the AI is not listening to my song. So sometimes I'll go in, I'll just hit it to scan what I've done, and then I'll see what the AI comes up with, and I'll go, then I'll tear it all down, and then I'll build it back up. So what components of the mastering process do I use the AI for mostly? One, it will allow you to go in after the fact, and it'll tell you where your vocal level is. Like usually it's too low, it's too high, and it'll adjust it. Usually I'm dead on with the vocal level. So I've used it as a diagnostic tool. Like I'll say, tell me where I've gone wrong based on your thoughts, and then I'll listen to what it says, and then I'll go, nah, not really agree. I agree, disagree. But what it's really good at is locking you in at -1 dB. So it's real good at that. I usually turn the EQ off and kind of do my own thing. It's good at measuring the stereo field, so it can tell me, hey, look, it's a little too broad in these frequencies. We adjusted it for you, and then I kind of put it back the way I want it because I use my own tool to diagnose. So that's an AI-driven platform. So they had, even BandLab has a mastering thing on it where you can just dump your track in and it'll do a master and it'll ask you, do you want it more clean, clarity, or do you want more warm? For so it does some things. It'll never replace a mastering engineer though. But yeah, anyway, back to these. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, I use AI for that. But what I've learned from watching what the AI would do during the master, I learned its algorithm. I said, yo, I see what it's doing. And then guess what, y'all? After that, I took the training wheels off. Because remember, my mixes used to sound horrible. So I started studying and getting better. And then I wanted to learn mastering. So I had to rely on the AI. And then the AI was like, then eventually I took the training wheels off. And I said, hey, I can do this. You can do the same thing. Real easy. Are you explaining yourself again? See, y'all? See why this woman, the sister I never had. No doubt. It do sound like that, do it. And that's a bad habit. I need to stop. Sometimes on Fufu, sometimes it's like I'm at work and the chat's going on and I can't really get down in the chat and say what I got to say. So I got to come here and say it. But you're right. And that's what I wanted to say, not to be an a-hole. This is one of the last times that I'm going to really go into an explanation. From now on, y'all know me. I've been making proclamations all month. I'm just putting my content up, man. You can run your mouth all you want, comments. You can do what you want. Sometimes I have certain individuals that'll come in. They don't support. They'll just come in and drop some crazy-ass zinger that has nothing to do with what I was talking about because I attack I appear to be attacking their precious Lord and Savior. But anyway, I think AI slot exists because of the money-making attraction of it. Mass production. The AI slot creators don't really care about creativity. All right, y'all. I'm glad he said that. I'm so glad he did. Now, let me tell y'all about y'all people, right? You black people. What do they call y'all? You the soul people. You the soul people. Soul, S-O-L, right? Like the sun. You're the people of the sun. That's the Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Right? So, hey, man, I'm telling you, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Anyway, so you the people of the sun. You the soul people. You know what I mean? You got something that can't be duplicated. Do you understand? When you people, we are innovators. We invented let me tell y'all something, man. Oh, my God, my head about to bust. Everybody want to run back, go to Africa, buy some land in Africa, get over there in the second world country, third world country, get treated, extorted the shit out you because you want to feel a sense of belonging. I get it. I ain't got no problem with that. You want to buy a house in Ghana and whatever and have all your shit stole every other month. Whatever, go ahead, do you, right? But let me tell you something. You've been in this country. Well, we ain't going to get into the detail. Pre could probably go more into this subject. But look, you've been here for what they said is 500 years. And I know a secret. We've been here for thousands, but we're not going to go well into that right now. Let's just say African Americans, or what they calling us, have been here for 500 years, right? Now, look at what we've done here. We created language, culture, art, several music forms, several musical instruments. Don't get me started. Banjo. Man, we created, oh my God, the inventions. Have y'all ever seen that post and said, what would the world look like without black inventions? Bro, culture, fashion. Oh my God, don't get me started on the fashion. Dance, music. Oh my God. Yo, we don't need to go nowhere else to do nothing. You understand? We built an entire culture right here. Hip hop is all over the world because of who? Jazz went all over the world because of who? I'm claiming the country western too, all over the who? Blues, who? You understand? Who? They in Japan imitating us. You understand? We're innovators. We don't copy nobody and we don't rely. We are tapped into the universal pulse, the one. That's what James Brown used to call it, the one. George Clinton adopted it from Bootsy, and they said on the one. Now, a lot of you in music might understand meters. A lot of music is in 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Always back to the one. James Brown told Bootsy, he said, man, when you can groove on your bass, I don't care what you do, but you make sure you get back to the one and put the accent on it. Do whatever you want in between, right? That one that we talk about, is a part of a universal pulse. It goes all throughout the cosmos. What they say about y'all is a slur. They say, oh, look at them. They got rhythm. They got rhythm. They give you little slurs. Colored people don't come to work on time. Oh, but when they tap dancing, you could set a clock to them. You know, they're saying it as a universal slur, but what you didn't know is you are plugged into a universal rhythmic pulse. And it's at all tempos and all frequencies. And at any time, just without even thinking, you can dip your toe into it, right? And lock right into it with your very soul. Easy. You could sit down you could walk into a room with musicians you don't know, never seen. They could be playing jazz. There's a drum set there. If you're a drummer, you could sit right down, boom, lock right in. Funk, lock right in. Rock, lock right in. Straight up. They've been trying to figure out for years how these people got so much rhythm they can just. Now, I've seen some people dance, not from the culture, but I don't know about y'all, but visually when I look at it, I just see it's a slight millisecond off. You know what I mean? Some of the great composers would describe when their symphonies would come, it would come as an explosive dream in the middle of the night, and they would have to get up and write it down. Now, it's not so much, we're not going to make it all racial, because a lot of great classical composers were not black people. Beethoven was black. We ain't going to get into that, but show enough. So when you're tuned into that universal pulse and that universal spiritual speech, you can channel these things. You are a conduit that brings that music from across the cosmos into this world through what you're calling soul. That's why it's so funky. That's why hip hop just, that boom bap. Yo, it's something about it I can't explain. It just makes you move, right? Yo, this is what I'm saying about these computers. Y'all, we starting to lose our soul. This is why I took the stance that I did, right? I'm not, Miss Murph, I'm not explaining myself. I just really want to bring this point home. So let me tell you something. We are the soul people, but we're losing our soul. We are now about to turn our soul over to the computer. 100%. I can't do that, y'all. I can't do it. I will let the computer help me speed things up a bit. I will let it do what it do. But at the end of the day, I got to get the conga out the closet. I got to thump that thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to strike the keys. I got to hit the bell. I got to get the kibasa and shake that thing, man. You know what I mean? That's part of that pulse, man. We don't want to lose that. That's all I'm saying to you. Play with the tools, enjoy it, learn from the tools. Then take your ideas and let the tool help you to a degree where you can get your ideas down. And then maybe you get that instrumental together, go ahead, put your own voice down. Let us hear that soul. Come on, man. Patti LaBelle. Come on, man. Come on. I'm a 6-year-old listening to Aretha Franklin. I don't know. That woman husband left her. She's singing in the song. Shit, I'm about to cry. I'm 6. I don't even know nothing about marriage and love. But when you hear that tone, something in it just makes it resonate. I don't know if it was Reverend Franklin that gave it a gift. I don't know where it come from, but it come from somewhere that's not here. And that's all I'm saying. Like, we got to maintain that gift. Yo, AI has its place, amazing skill developed. Yeah, no doubt. What I do like about it is, though, AI gives the layman a chance to kind of, hey, let me hear some of my ideas. But, it's not about AI versus the other people. I ain't never wanted to be like that. And I don't know why I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just the compassion side of me to always feel like I said something that hurt somebody's feeling. So the soul part of me makes me want, man, I gotta make it right. I mean, come on now, y'all heard me. I put out a song. You know what I mean? The shit bombed. I called myself being funny, but guess what? Even the great comedians bomb. So I put some shit out. I did it the wrong way. It bombed, had to drop the apology. Hey, my bad. And then me and the fellas went back. We did the shit the right way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, we don't want to ruffle no feathers and shit. We not on here to hurt people. We not trying to dox you and make you cry and lose your gig and shit like that. We just on here to entertain. And when I saw them symphonies drop, I saw what this plate sector could do. And I'm like, nah, man, we need to get back to the business, because I don't like this shit where it's just two sides of the room. One side with this person, one side with the other people. Nah, man. Fuck that. You know what though? Speaking of that, segue. If you two men got a problem, y'all go work that shit out. Welcome, Josie. Y'all go work that shit out, man. Look, don't drag all us down with your ass, with y'all little conflict. Shit, I tell you what, right? I tell you what. And they actually roll at the way back to the exact spot waiting for more plates to get. Oh, the robot. Oh, man. Yo, I tell you what, though. AI about to have a lot of people out of work. Y'all, but remember, you was voting for it, right? But anyway, check this out. Y'all two brothers got conflict. Guess what I'm not going to do? I don't give a F about your conflict. I said this before in here. Far as I'm concerned, y'all got beef like that, y'all could go meet up and y'all could knock that shit out right wherever y'all going to get it on at. Go get it on. Don't drag us into it. And y'all don't get caught up in that shit. If you really sitting around, right, if you sign off this computer and you sitting around angry because your guy is in an argument with somebody else and you're just so polarized that you're like, oh, I can't believe the other team did that. Oh my God, it's keeping me up. I can't go make my husband a cup of coffee because I gotta go support this man. Man, if you don't sit your ass down, y'all got a beef, y'all got a beef. That's y'all problem. What the rest of us want to do is we want to be boring and we want to get back to the creativity. We want to build around here and get some shit going. And y'all can go head on and keep talking about each other mamas and putting kids up on the screen and doxing and going up people's jobs and all that goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of us just kind of want to get on with our lives. It's getting old. You know, we want to move it along here. You know what I mean? And by us, I mean me. And anybody else that want to keep it moving, because it's just narratives is getting old. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of manhood, like I say, that's what two men do. What I tell you, go meet, handle your business. Y'all know back in the day, hey, I'm gonna need that fade. Oh, you getting called out, man. Like you got to step out in the street, take your little shirt off, whatever it is you're going to do, unlacing your shoe, whatever you got to do, and get it on. If you can't resolve it here, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of manhood, oh shit, since we talking about that, in this week's segment of Man Code. Oh man, so Man Code. Guess what, y'all? Being a man ain't got nothing to do with hitting a panel. Oh my God. If I hear the word be a man one more time about some internet shit, I'm gonna scream. Being a man ain't got shit to do with getting up on the panel and screaming at the top of your goddamn lungs back and forth. That is not manhood. Manhood is having the restraint to control yourself, to realize you are in a room yelling at your screen, scaring your damn grandkids. They wonder what's wrong with Pop Pop. Why is you yelling? And you told us not to yell, Pop Pop. You understand? That's not manhood. Ain't got shit to do. You won't face me. Motherfucker, you won't even face a job. Go face that. Go face your responsibility. See, a man ain't on here talking about being a man on the fucking computer. A man is out in the world, getting up every day, facing the world, working or in his business, taking care of his queen, taking care of the little ones, taking care of making sure the grandkids is good, and imparting upon them wisdom. So please stop mixing manhood up with the shit y'all talking about you doing around here. You won't face me. He won't get up on, he won't come in the chat, and I'm weak punk ass shit. Bottom line, I'm telling you. Because meanwhile, while you doing that, I'm out here in the hot ass sun, you know, on my way into the office, and I gotta make a living. So that ain't got nothing to do with manhood. He won't face me. Y'all want to face each other in the real city then. Go meet up. You know what I'm saying? Stop screaming at us with that bullshit. You ain't no gangster. You ain't tough. Please stop. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you know, so if you're a person on here, you don't bail back, you don't turn up, then they take you as weakness. Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I feel. It don't matter what somebody say to me on here, what they do. When I turn this shit off, I'm in the real world where shit happened at. And again, I'm not on here like some fake ass professional talking about how good I got it in the real world, but yet I'm here every night engaging in bullshit. I got so much money, but I'm online every fucking day. No, you're not. You can't be making money sitting here all day. And shout out to the people that make money online. Shout out to y'all. Oh, there he go. He being self-righteous. No, I just call a spade a goddamn spade. I'm not here to tiptoe around. Miss me with that bullshit too, talking about you can't be in two extremes. Like, you can't be a professional and you got to speak with dignity and respect, and you have to speak the Queen's English. Otherwise, there's no way. It's dreadful the way that he comes off. He can't do both. Yes, the fuck I can. I said fuck. Oh my God. Sue me. You can do both, y'all. So miss me with all that shit trying to put me in the box with the, nah, you can't make a song and then turn around and talk about some serious shit like Carmelo or something like that. You can do both. Y'all miss that shit. We operate in 6-7 gears, man. I'm not doing that. That's okay. Denzel played Alonzo in Training Day. He was a crooked ass cop killing motherfuckers wholesale, right? Where Denzel at right now? He's somewhere putting lotion on Pauline's feet. His wife in real life. Get it the fucking together. This is a song is entertainment. Okay? It's humorous. It's a joke. It's entertainment. It's 3 minutes long. It's not me crying on a live for 4 and 5 hours straight about the same individual. That shit is a fucking sickness. So please stop telling me what to do. That's your own insecurity. I can do both. I will make a diss track and come the fuck on here and teach a class on fucking fixed income investments. Yeah, get over it. Anyway, off of that, Carmelo, I did say Carmelo. So fellas, manhood ain't on here, okay? Manhood is taking care of your responsibilities, working hard, taking care of your family. Stop coming on here bragging and challenging motherfuckers because you ain't gonna bust a grape in real life. You looking real weak out here, and stop doing fucking crimes in your 40s and your 50s. All right, that shit is unfucking attractive. It don't look good. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like you ain't a fucking deadbeat dirtbag that's doing that shit. Because that's what you are. I'm going to call a spade a spade. So you don't get to have a conversation with real men like me. We're not going to engage you or talk to you. You're not fucking worth it. I would not walk down into the slums of my city and talk to some raggedy motherfucker on the street stealing wiper blades. And we're going to sit there and have a conversation like men. Not doing that. So get it together, knock it the fuck off. But I understand on here, you get to be a celebrity on here. I get it. You get to lie on here. All y'all motherfuckers driving Mercedes, Maybachs, Lamborghinis. All of y'all driving Ferraris and shit. Y'all got like a fleet of fucking limos, a limo service. Y'all got trucks moving products all up and down the East Coast. All that shit and on here. And then what happened? We find out it's Fugazi. So please stop talking about manhood until you can work a fucking 9 to 5 and get a steady paycheck, right? And take care of your fucking responsibilities and your kids, right? Get off the internet for 11 hours straight and go spend some time with your kids. Show us some pictures. Show us something. And sisters, hold these goofy ass men fucking accountable. You know what I mean? You're always talking about black men ain't this, black men ain't shit, black men don't do this, but we support the folks dirtbag, lowliest, criminal ass niggas on here. We are. You just riding till the wheels fall fucking off. No, fuck them dirtbags. They ain't doing shit but tearing down society. You know what I mean? If I spend $5,000 for rims on my fucking my truck, my Tahoe, I want the shit to be there when I come outside. Not your ass 49, 50 years old out here gonna take my wheels. Go get a job, buy your own shit. That's all I'm saying. So nah. Fuck it. If it's self-righteous, then I'm self-fucking righteous then. No, I'm a man that got a right to speak on it. I'm a man that ain't out here doing that dumb shit. So I'm going to talk about it. Period. So understand, if you ain't got no job, you ain't handling your business, don't fucking talk to me. Don't chat to me. Don't type to me. That's all I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Don't ask us for no conversation. Don't dare us to get on a panel because we not coming up there to talk to your deadbeat ass. We not doing it. So please stop. You want to meet me? Meet me at the happy hour after we get off work so we can have a real man conversation. We talk about some basketball or some shit or what we going to do or how we going to, man, my daughter, how I'm get these grandkids into this college. Come on, man. Let's work on some real shit. Know what I mean? So anyway, I'm done with that, right? No, this ain't no rant. This ain't the ranting portion of the show. It's me saying how I feel, and that's how the fuck I feel. We don't pedestalize goofy motherfuckers. We're not doing that in society because every time there's a conflict, everybody want to run back and talk about the minute you bust somebody's ass, they want to say, oh, this the black community and black people shouldn't be doing that and black people, the blackity black. Well, then guess what? How you the black community and we tolerating all the dirtbags and bullshit? How? You can't be both. You can't be black woman at Segway. The youngins in my city are down in South Baltimore, Fells Point, down there acting a goddamn fool, doing these teen takeovers, messing up the businesses. The business owners are threatening to stop hold their tax. The mayor's making all kind of excuses. It's the parents, and these parents, we can't just have police. Motherfucker, I wasn't doing that when I was 10 and 15, 13. We ain't do teen takeover. The cops would have cracked my goddamn skull out there in the middle of East Baltimore. It wouldn't have been no bullshit like that. Please stop. And yeah, get y'all goddamn kids. Because see, the minute one of them catch a bullet to the face, then you're going to be hollering about Black Lives Matter and ready to go protest looking stupid for about 3 weeks. Looking dumb as shit. And then when it ain't over, you right back to what you was doing. Nah. Get your damn kids. He was right to a degree. Because if your kids out there acting a fool, y'all remember doing the Freddie Gray ride? I don't know why we was riding anyway, but you remember doing the Freddie Gray ride and shit? And that that one sister went out there to whip her son's ass. Remember that mama? She went there. She said, I'm about to go. I seen my son on TV. I'm about to drag. She went out there to drag us. Now, here's my question, brothers. Where was his daddy at? Why the sisters out there? Every time I see a crime or some dumbass done shot somebody or he got a Glock with a switch on it or some stupid shit, I always see poor black mothers on the camera. Where's the men at? Where's daddies at? You know what I mean? So that's the shit we need to talk about. So, fool, if you ain't paying your child support and you ain't in your kid's life, you can't fucking talk to me because you are a scourge on society and you are part of the fucking problem. I don't give a damn what you say on here. I don't care what you do. So, like I said, show me some shit. Cut the crime shenanigans out and go get with your kids and take care of your business. Damn, that's some shit that need to be said. This ain't no rant. That's some shit that need to be said. I want to know why more people ain't saying that. Why you ain't holding yourself to a high standard. This is me talking. High standard, folks. I swear to God. But let a white cop shoot one of y'all dumb asses. Oh, Black Lives Matter. It's so unfair. Black Lives Matter. By the way, and them grifting motherfuckers stole 90 million. Black Lives Matter, the organization. Oh, we ain't talking about that, but we worrying about Umar's fucking school and a couple $100,000 that he collected that he might still even have in escrow. I don't know. I heard his school open. We worried about that, but the 90 million that Black Lives Matter fucking stole, you ain't not one video. Like I said, the problem with you Negroes, your attention is always on the wrong dumb shit. That's the problem. Bottom line, wrong stupid shit. You right there, front and center. Man, this white. Oh my God. Yo, I can't come up with the word for what he is. He sat at the White House and called the beautiful queen the most accomplished first lady in the history of this goddamn country a man. Yo, it's some real shit going on out here, y'all. Some real shit. Now, they done turned the White House into a fucking trailer park. But when Michelle Obama planted a vegetable garden, these motherfuckers ready to tear the shit down brick by brick. This dummy done tore down the East Wing, out there selling cars and books and Bibles on the fucking lawn. Let me tell you something. It's a lot more important stuff in this world to worry about. Oh, he cussing. I thought he was supposed to be so the voice of reason. Fuck the voice of reason. Reason balls. Anyway, so this man, they done called them apes. They done called this sister a man. Yo, let me tell you something. Well, we do know one thing. She wouldn't be talking. Meanwhile, it's a whole prostitute sitting up in the White House. We ain't gonna butt ass naked on film, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Man, let me tell you something. I told all these Trump supporters, straight to their face, I say, you got to be the world's. I don't know what to say. I really don't. It's a cult. There's no way this man is doing this much corruption and this much bullshit is going on, and you turning a blind eye. But like I said, Obama put mustard on a hot dog. Y'all called that brother an elitist. He's an elitist. He wore a tan suit. Motherfuckers was ready to jump smooth out of a rolling car in the rush hour traffic on South Capitol Street in D.C., ready to hang the brother. And every time you mention Obama, they're going to talk about something. Benghazi. What about Benghazi? What about Benghazi? You know what I can't stand about people with 6 teeth in their mouth that just dumb as a fucking rock? You don't know shit. Benghazi. Oh, the installation got attacked? Let me ask you a question. Which group defunded the security budget for Benghazi 6 months in advance? I'll wait. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't just go off a news blurb. Stop looking at what you see on social media and quoting memes like they're facts. They're not. So by all means, support who you want to support. But you can't have it both ways. You can't support these racist bastards that will allow the White House to be desecrated and have a sister, an absolute goddess, be desecrated and disrespected like that and tell me you still riding with that man as a black person. You can't do both. Where's the apology? Melania said, oh, when Melania's getting attacked, she said, damn, Michelle Obama ain't going to say nothing. She ain't going to speak up for me. The first lady ain't going to get my back. Melania, where your statement at? That woman got called a man in your backyard. Where you at? See, y'all, I told y'all it's all a game. Everything is divide and separations. Democrats, Republicans, 2 wings of the same dirty bird. Ain't none of these people are your savior. So I'm never going to sit and have a political argument with nobody. Well, what did Obama do for black people? I'm not doing that. Obama was the president of all people. I used to say that, though. Well, what about the black people? Who would have said that because you got a black president, suddenly you was going to the promised land? Let me tell you something. The president that's in there now, he got these dumbass rednecks believing somehow he going to bring slavery back. You know what they doing? They letting him grift, steal billions of dollars, enrich him and his family, starting stupid ass wars on behalf of other countries and all this other shit they got going. You understand what I'm saying? And what? They don't see none of that. Know why? Because they think they going back to power. They going back to power. Yo, you could take people that don't promise them anything. That would be like the equivalent of a black-ass criminal becoming president, and then he suddenly tell y'all, as soon as I get in there, y'all, I'm giving y'all reparations, but the reparations don't never come. But when you think you're going to get reparations because you supporting the black president, and he gets in there and starts robbing Fort Knox. You understand what I'm saying? He robbing Fort Knox and telling your black ass, you going to get reparations, right? But they never come. But you believe. Oh, and instead of the reparations, he cut your fucking healthcare in half, kicked you off of all kind of food programs, and hospitals shut down. Oh, and then he puts a bunch of taxes and tariffs on things, and gas prices double, food prices go up 3%, and we'll go up another 3% in the next 6 months. But you're gonna get your reparations though. You just keep waiting for that. See, that's the thing. You can't explain to me why a country with this much wealth and power don't have a free healthcare system, but countries around the world do. You can't explain that to me. There's not that I don't understand that. And then speaking of reparations, every time we talk about welcome Mind Chaos, every time we Lorna Doone, welcome. Every time the Smoke God speak, all of y'all. So every time we talk about damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Y'all know I got this damn COVID fog. So every time we talk about reparations, they always say, well, ain't no slaves still alive. Well, guess what? The last person survivor of Tulsa, Oklahoma passed away a few weeks ago. And guess what? Even those survivors that existed in the 2000s, they still ain't giving them no money and blew their town to smithereens. See, but every time you say that, they always talk about they gonna whatchamacallit, they're gonna where we gonna get the money from? But then 300 billion goes over to some war. 2 billion a day go over here. All these things happen. Nah, man. Nah. What? And I know it sounds like I'm upset. You know what I mean? Like I'm upset. Like, no, but it's not. I'm not upset. You know, it's more like passion. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you know what you know, and I know what I know, I understand how people are being manipulated. I understand how they use the internet and social media to control. You know what I'm saying? How these tools are being used. As a matter of fact, they have down in matter of fact, the sector itself, BlackTube is a microcosm of what the rest of the world is. See, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Here we do it on a very small scale, you know. We do it on a small scale where we go at each other every day. And let me tell you something. Now I told y'all the tricknology that the negative ones pulled down when they told y'all it's just roasting. I'm just trolling. If it's roasting and trolling, why am I losing my job? If it's roasting and trolling, why are my loved ones being contacted? If it's roasting and trolling, why am I losing revenue? If it's roasting and just trolling and it's just good-natured fun, why is my channel gone when I woke up this morning? No, it's not roasting and trolling. It's an excuse. It's an excuse for hurt people to take off on each other and make each other feel bad. Because I've heard the insults. Man, some of this shit is heinous. You understand? So, and yes, I tune in on it. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I'm sitting in the middle of it. I'm listening. You know what I mean? That's why I got this commentary here. Man, boy, ain't it good to have a microphone? Be able to say what you want to say and drop it down, man. Speaking of Carmelo, man, see, matter of fact, go back to Cyrus. I know I talked about that a couple of weeks ago. You know what? Man, I get angry when I see a young man get shot in the back. It angers me. I always wish, like, damn, what would I have done if I was there? Well, how would I have made a difference? What would I do if it happened to me and it was in front of my face? And it's frustrating being a black man and knowing that the justice system is rigged this way, where this man blatantly shoots down a youngster in the back, and I hear these black people out here on channels talking about, well, why did he take the water? Why did he pick it up if he wasn't buying it? You know what I mean? Yo, the worst of the worst is a coon that starts a channel based on showing other folks watch me tee off on black people. I hate when black people do it to each other, but it's worse when they do it and say, look, massa, I'm doing it. Where's my book deal? When you going to have me on your podcast, massa? And they want to tell the young man he wrong because he picked up a bottle of water. But they can't explain why Latasha Harlan got a bullet in her head for having the money to pay for orange juice. In the same sentence, you're not going to hear that. They do it for shock value, but I don't find nothing funny about it. It don't shock me. Welcome, Carrie, if you're here. For some reason, YouTube still has us apart, and I can't see you. But it's all good. Maybe I'll switch to some other channel so I can watch it in my monitor. But yeah, so the young man gets shot in the back, and the fix is in because, like I said, they charged this guy with murder, which you cannot prove because you had to prove malice. Knowing it was clearly voluntary manslaughter, but you all know if I shoot somebody in the back, they're gonna have about 5 or 6 charges on me. Hell, they'll give me a noise violation because the gun was too loud. They're gonna get my black ass for something. But they set it up in a way where this man it just wasn't designed for him to go to jail. No, it wasn't going to happen. Now, in the Carmelo thing, that was definitely charged as murder. Now, I had asked Steph Collins before. She's here now. And after I calmed down, because, I always want to have a snap reaction, get upset. Oh, man, that's messed up. They was bullying him. They this. And I hate to say it, man. Sometimes when I look at it, I want to side with us and say, oh, it's the black man. He's being held down and da-da-da-da. In this particular case, now, from what I'm understanding, I'm hearing some new information that it was his brother. The brother that didn't die is the one that started it. And his father was giving him dirty looks at the time that his brother had fallen because, word got back that, hey, man, the other brother was the one escalating that shit. And he now, main man, stretched out here and shit on a slab because of some dumb shit his brother did. Now, I'm going to take a step back on all of that and say this, y'all. We gotta do better with these young people, right? The young people, you got to teach your kids. But if your kids are 6'3", 230 pounds, man, I'm going to tell you something. If you catch your son bullying somebody half his size, you need to put a foot in that ass. Because that's crazy. That's a punk. That's not manly. You know what I'm saying? And then on the flip side, we got to teach, the young boys you know, how to balance the odds and how to fight. You know what I mean? Defend themselves. We don't want them to go from 0 to 1,000 and end up with a murder charge. You know what I mean? So, and I know it's scary. You know what I'm saying? I've had y'all. I done got packed out a couple times. You know what I mean? Hanging with my brother in the wrong hood. He would do shit. You know what I mean? Run. I told y'all them stories. You know what I mean? I got packed out. I got packed out by Ludus Park, Pyru. You know what I'm saying? You know, my brother threw some rocks and shit. The crowd ran. You know what I mean? I tripped and fell. I didn't know he was going to do it. I was just trying to play basketball, and they stretched me out, socked my ass up. You know what I mean? I'm 8. You know what I mean? I come back to the crib crying and shit, nose bleeding. My father said, "Would you running home like a punk folk?" I said, "Dad, they was twice my size. There was 5 of them. You pick up a 2x4, buzz them in the head." He said, "Buzz them in the head." Yo, I know dad was a warrior, yo, but I couldn't find no 2x4. I wasn't thinking about that shit. My knees were scraped up. My knuckles were scraped up. I took that ass whipping. But guess what? I lived. And yeah, it is possible. I probably, if I didn't fall, maybe I could have spun. Nah. Them dudes was big, you know. When you're a 4th grader, 10th graders look big as shit. They look like grown ass man. You know what I mean? But Dad did teach us though. He said, "Man, look, it's going to be odd. Sometimes it's going to be 3-on-1. It's going to be 2-on-1. You got to move and shake." Like he told my brother, you know, don't let them grab you. You know, you got to move and shake. If they grab you, counterbalance, shift your weight. You know, he telling them how to, you know, kick the shit out the other. This one pick you up, kick the shit out. You know, so he told him I would watch my brother fight groups of people. You know, he was good at that shit. You know what I mean? They would be piling on, and then whatever. But if I didn't help them out, if I didn't come home bruised up too, I got an ass whipping. You know what I mean? So we was trained a different way. Oh shit, yo, my power going out. Oh snap, the lights flash. Anyway, we still good. I think we still on. So anyway, that's how it was. So, you know, we gotta teach these youngsters, man. We gotta teach them self-control. Because a lot of them don't know. A lot of them youngsters is carrying guns. I'm like, why is you carrying guns? They shooting each other over, you know, the girl gave the other one more attention. So yeah, man, I know I'm simplifying things, and you know, like it's the whole Carmelo's racist, and it's just that, and the judge ain't had no black people in the jury. And man, let me tell you something. From what I read in the Texas state statute, maybe Steph could tell you more about it. From what I read, man, it just wasn't a self-defense situation that warranted the use of deadly force. So you could put 4 more black people on the jury, but if they're honest with themselves, based on the charges, they most likely were going to find that guilty too. Now, of course, we're hearing later there was some missteps during the case. The defense was weak. They never objected. I heard, man, I wanted to pull up and talk about this because the lead attorney, he did a little synopsis on how the family could have performed in a way where they could have got their he said AI power, pay attention, where he could have did something and got he could have got some less time for the man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He said, oh, he had a good lawyer. He did do CPR. That's great. You know what I mean? That's cool. I don't know which we talking about, the Carmelo thing, or we talking about the child thing. Yeah, so anyway, man, you know, that I think I would have considered that overcharging, you know. I just would have said it was overcharged. I think on the first case, Child should have been charged voluntary manslaughter. He definitely would have caught that guilty and did the charge, but the fix was in. You know what I'm saying? And then to the young Carmelo, yeah, there was a scrap. Yeah, it was excessive force. I think we could have rolled with maybe a 2nd-degree manslaughter. Something like that, maybe. You know, 10 years, probation in 3. I mean, a life was lost, you know what I'm saying? So again, I know everybody, see, we talk about being in our feelings, you know, everybody, oh, that's effed up. And we want to sit there and say, because it's a black and a white person, that somehow we got to go back to every black person that's ever been wronged in the history of the country and dump that all on the one case. Y'all, we can't do that every time. Sometimes it's just the case is what it is. You know what I mean? We can't if somebody actually commits a murder and it is a clear-cut murder. We can't say, well, they killed black people, so we just gotta let this rot. Nah, we gotta hold ourselves to a standard. So now we got one man, life lost. He'll never know what the NFL was like. He'll never get married. He'll never have kids. And we got a young dude that's going to jail. He'll never get married. He'll never, make it to the Olympics. That's 2 lives gone. So we got to give these young people better tools to work with. What you say? You said, was you riding through Gonzales Park with your Yankee hat on? No. I had on probably, I don't know, I probably had on a Baltimore Colts jersey, so I was already out of bounds, wrong colors. But you know what's funny? Yo, I got cousins. I got cousins that stay over there. You know what I mean? But it was already too late. My ribs was already sore. Baba, I will go out there with Daddy on the summer no more. Shit. I ain't nobody understand them street politics, man. Shit, nobody understood that. You know what I mean? But so when Auntie said don't leave the neighborhood, that's what she meant. I ain't know. Shit, I was trying to go play basketball. I ain't know that was their park. I guess we found out, didn't we? Which is crazy. I told y'all my brother now and shit, he cracked me up, right? I told y'all this story. Stephanie ain't right. I told y'all this story before, you know what I'm saying? Now my brother, he cracked me up and shit. He all holy roller and shit. He talk about, man, every time I come home, man, them niggas, they all over my steps. And I said, who all over the steps, man? Them bloods, they all over the step and shit. They got no respect. I'm laughing at his goofy ass. Like, what you mean they ain't got no respect? Fool, that was you out there talking about you own the set, this the hood, this the turf. Now it's their turf. He went and told the cop. I said, you a snitch. He went to the cop and said, officer, these youngsters are on my stoop. They don't move. You know what the cop told him? The cop said, walk your black ass around. Oh, he had called me and shit. He get to beefing with his girl. Talking about, man, standing here tripping, yo. Then she tripping. Her people's about to come over here. I said, who they people? Man, they bloods, man. They all... Well, you know what to do. Show them your rag. Maybe they'll back down. Yo, he can have that shit. He's still out there in love with Callie. He can have that tomorrow. Ma need to come out here. No, the fuck she don't. We good right here. Yeah, but I would go out there and shit in the 90s and the early 2000s and shit, but stuff was different, what's the name to tell you? UT will tell you. Yeah, I'm wearing all black, all gray, straight and mark. So anyway, Glo was right. You are indeed a producer. Oh, who said that about why? Was that YM saying that one? Oh man, yo. You know what though? Yolanda Esmeralda Martinez, we gonna fight now with the calm portion of the show. It was calm the whole time. What you talking about? Man, it was a stressful week at work, man. Y'all just gotta catch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keeping the airwaves going and shit. I ain't tripping. We keeping the airwaves going. I was just mad, man. They dissed Michelle, man. That bothered me, man. I'm saying for real. We was raised like that, man. You don't disrespect no sister like that, man. I'm saying, UFC fight and all that, man. I'd have just had to catch it. I'd have just had to catch the beat down. I'm sorry. I would have gave it the college try. You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting that sister. But see, it says something though, man. The Obama still got rent in this man's head. Still got rent in his head. You sitting there 2 years into your tenure here, still blaming Biden for shit. Biden, yo, you weak as fuck. Talk about some man from 2 years ago. You inherited a healthy economy. Literally, all you had to do was nothing, and the economy would have just cruised right on into, the curve it was heading. You'd have been fine. I understand, but I don't want to talk about no politics and the corruption and all that, man, but it do scare the shit out of me. That's the one thing keep me up at night. When I wake up every morning, I look out my window. When I don't see a mushroom cloud, I know I'm going to be all right for the day, at least. And I'm praying, man, somebody do something. This is crazy. But it is what it is. The problem is me Your problem is you don't know what part of the problem is problematic. Now, Stephanie don't. She don't know. We got beef, Bombay. Oh, wow. So yeah, man. Yeah. So look, check this out, man. I told my homies, my MAGA friends too. I was like, yo, let's all just run for Congress and Senate and shit. Let's just run. We on Facebook every day. Shit, let's go run the joint. Let's go campaign and get in there and do. Yo, I would love to be in Congress, man. Shit, I would. I can't though. I can't run. You know why? Because y'all hating ass will be going back through my content talking about, look, he was talking about this. He was doing it. Y'all would dox me and shit. Y'all hating ass. That's why I ain't going to do it. Putting my shit out. Talking about, look, he made a song and he was talking about a gay cowboy. Nah. Y'all would ruin my campaign. That's messed up, man. That was my dream. You produce real music. I don't want to be with you. That's funny. Nah, man, the music is the music, y'all. I don't know, man. But yeah, I was serious about that. Y'all, it should be an AI competition, man. See who can come up with the best groove, man. That's it. It's stuff we can do around here. We ain't got to fight. We can all get along. That ish goes on in this country and across the world is more important than the sector kerfluffles. Yo, it is, but some of us live and breathe this shit. Be up at 2 a.m. Hey, girl, how you doing? I hope I wake you up, but you ain't gonna believe what Seven said on her panel today. You ain't gonna believe. She was up there dragging you, girl. I gotta go. I gotta go to work in the morning. I just wanted to let you know they dragging you. If you'll take your ass to bed somewhere. You know what I mean? I do that too, y'all. Sometimes we had a little sector convo, whatever. But you know what, though? Speaking of Black Tube, where is it all going? Like, will the narratives just continue on forever and around in a circle and around in a circle? You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I don't know. I hope not. Because I love to see y'all really show y'all true sides of things. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something, man. It's a couple sisters around here. Robbie, Carrie, man, y'all got two of the sexiest brains I ever seen. Y'all just sexy brains. I'm telling you. Boy, when y'all like straight up is on your square and y'all putting out the info, yo, the shit do something, man. It make the hair stand up on your arm when y'all be speaking that shit. See, most dudes be looking at women's bodies and shit. Because of course there's a lot of thirst buckets on here. Y'all sisters probably have already been harassed to death. You know what I mean? When the Negroes start talking in that smooth, they start talking. Hey Carrie, I just wanted to say, man, if you don't stop that bullshit. Oh yeah, Robbie. I just wanted to maybe we could do a show together. No, but see the thing is, right? So they look at all of y'all bodies and stuff, but man, sometimes, yo, these sisters, man, when y'all men ain't in the middle of they shit, stirring them up and got them pitting them against each other and causing bullshit, man, they be speaking some serious stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's hot, yo. It's attractive when they speak, when that brain just open up. And you know how I know, because I always say, damn, I didn't know that. Damn, I didn't know that. That's when I be into them, when they dropping that knowledge and shit. And I love to hear it. You know what I mean? Now I know I said a lot of stuff up on here tonight, man. I'm just entertaining y'all. I was just trolling. This was one big troll session. None of it was real. This message will self-destruct. You know what I mean? But no, man, some of it I did feel, man. I just feel like, man, I can only speak for the men. You know what I mean? I can't get in the middle of the sisters and stuff, but I do want to see the sisters, man, build. Man, I love it. I don't know what happened. It seemed like the women was on to something for a minute. It was a lot of, a lot of the sisters was like, even on their panels together, even if they was just dragging men, they were all together doing it. You know what I'm saying? I miss that, man. Instead of the division and separation. I want to see y'all sisters get together, man, and really teach us. Y'all got the knowledge. Because, most of the men around here, including myself, like I said, man, we working with Job Corps GEDs. We don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? We out here mediocre. You know, we at the Amazon warehouse trying to get a promotion from $7.50 to $8 an hour. We really struggling out here, sisters, and we need y'all to hold it down with the real content because we ain't got none. We ain't got none. All we do is beef with each other. Back and forth and shit. Trying to say who the worst father is when everybody horrible ass fathers out here. All of y'all dead goddamn beats out here. Ain't seen them kids in 6 years. Talk about the next man. So, speaking of kids, it's Father's Day this weekend. Now, I know I'm going to get my happy Father's Day text. I don't want no happy Father's Day text. I want you to make me a tuna sandwich and a cup of great Kool-Aid. That's what I want. And I want the remote control, and I want to be left the hell alone. Can you handle it, kids? My kids ain't going to see this. They don't watch. But that's all I need, man. We just want peace. We don't want no new socks. We don't want a new robe. We just want peace. And we want you mothers to stop saying, I'm the mother and the father. It's Mother and Father's Day. Sister, please stop. I know you holding it down. I know Tyrone and Kevon and them is locked up and you holding it down. I remember I said earlier, you was on the newscast having to explain why little Don Taquavius is out there in stolen cars shooting off automatic Glocks and shit. I know. Sister, I know you holding it down, but no, it's not Father Mother's Day. It's just Father's Day. And although he's away on one right now and he's incarcerated down at Jessup Cut, it's all good. He's still a daddy. Now, I know I said something on here, sisters ain't like years ago. I said, black men is involved, in their kids' life. Now, I think per capita, I think it got misconstrued. My honey sunny bunny is in here. She's bringing sunshine and flowers, and she's spreading joy and love everywhere she goes. Teresa's just so ooey and gooey and just chock full of honey and drippy, sweet, syrupy stuff. But yeah, I know I said that. Now I got to get a Brother's Day prop. Now I know the Negro ain't paying child support, and I know he ain't bought them kids a pair of shoes since 2007. I know he, when your car broke down, he couldn't even go get him taken from school because he was driving his girl's car, and she talking about, you better have that bitch kids in my car, and he doing what she say because she paid the rent. Sisters, I know. But yeah, but at least the brother do show up, even though he ain't got a child support check in his hand. He do show up, man, to see little Don Quavius, even if it's only for 10 minutes, even though he stood him up like the other 15 times. He do come over there. He try to see them kids, even though you done dressed the kids up, paid for all the school clothes, and he want to tell you, my mother will take some pictures with the kids. And then he come get them. He ain't give you a damn nickel. He ain't going to put no food in their stomach that day. His mother going to buy the nuggets from McDonald's. But the brother's dead. The sisters and brothers is dead. I know he ain't supporting you monetarily, but at least he there. The brothers do show up. I know he in jail, sister. I know he called your house with the collect calls and asked you for money on the to put on the phone card, and all he sent you was that cheesy ass card that he made using some pencils and charcoal and shit. That he sent you to give to the baby and said, he said, Rainisha, can you just, with Christmas, can you just put my name on some of the presents and shit? Yeah, but the brother is calling home. Although he's using your money, he's calling home. Talk to little Taquan Denasia on the phone. So get the brothers a break. They ain't supporting you financially, but the brother is dead. You know what I mean? When he get out of jail, where he at? Answer this one question. When he got out of jail, where he go? Right to your house. That's right. He right over there. He ain't paying shit. He ain't getting no job today. Just smoking weed, playing PlayStation 2. That's right, that old ass PlayStation. But he there. He is there, sisters. The black man is there. Curry hear about this. So anyway, man, what time is it? Yo, I'm over here tripping and shit. But we're there, sisters. So anyway, I could use some help with my production. What we have here, we got building, we got collaboration in the sector. People are collaborating. See, that's the positive side, y'all. If I didn't do nothing else, I started the conversation. Me and Speak had a conversation on here almost a month ago. And now that we started talking about AI, everybody's talking about music. Did y'all know this was the desired effect that I planned all along? I planned it out. It was the most planned of my diabolical, most fiendish of the fiendishness plan that could ever fiend. I planned it, and now it's happening. And now we about to get busy. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. We about to have another Sector Symphony, y'all. Bobby on nonsense. So we about to have another Sector Symphony. Let me see. I need to get with you, T.M.K. Yeah, oh, no doubt. Whatever, man. I'm all down. She said, what what is hey, what is why am I'm still with the shit? Yo, what what 7? What does Joliet mean? Is it like Joliet State Prison in Chicago? Is that what you saying? You saying like Chicago? Hold on. Let me get my Chicago dictionary out for the translation, because this for pills. Man, what y'all on? I caught your live from before. Man, that shit was busting. Fam came up on the panel and got butchered. Yo, they gave folk that pumpkin head deluxe on foes. That nigga was leaking. Slim thought because he had them Thadiadianas up there, he was going to knock that nigga, yo. He was tweaking for show. Yo, they was showing texts exposing niggas. I knew them shits was bogus. Oh, chatbot fugazi ass song making ass nigga. Meanwhile, that same Buford ass nigga right up there talking about, why do y'all care? Why do you care about it? What you gonna do? I told him to shut his dumb ass up before they get to blowing at your ass. This lane kept running his mouth though. Yo, he wanted me to cash a sawbuck just to stay up there. Fuck you, man. You must think I'm a goofy old loose square bumming ass nigga. Buddy ass in the house, sister living with ass. The whole chat was on 10. They stay talking about what they going to do, who you going to pull up on, not knowing they ain't going to shoot the one ever. And I know you ain't got that pole on you, so why y'all talking that shit? And as soon as a weird one slide and start busting them niggas calling 12 with they flogging asses. All right. We're going to switch back to regular urban English and away from the Chicago dialect. All right, so we're back. And YM, I had to get my Chicago on. You know what I mean? I spent a whole 10 minutes in Chicago, man. Shit, I got it down pat. Tell me I didn't. Let me hold a couple of squares. Oh man. Yo, what they call a foot long, like a sub sandwich in Chicago? Is it a sub? Damn, I can't believe I did all that shit and don't know. Anyway, type it in the chat. Bussin' means something way different back in the day. Yeah. Oh snap. Let me find out. Oh, you from Chicago? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, shout out to the people from Chi-Town, man. Definitely. Shout out to Crucial Conflict, one of the greatest hip-hop bands that never was. I still bump their music to this day. Every so often, Carrie will open her show with them playing. You know, I really appreciate it. Definitely, man, definitely unsung hip-hop group. I actually saw a video I was talking about why Crucial Conflict, you know, never got off. They had like 2 or 3 albums, but man, the shit, production was tight. I remember back in the day, man, I used to get these mixtapes from Chicago back in like 80, 81. Yo, man, my homeboy cousin was from out there, man. He used to bring these mixtapes, man. They be out there. These dudes would be doing DJ mixes and playing synthesizers and like Planet Rock and the Addams Family. Yo, they was doing some shit. I was like, damn. Bro, that's before the internet. You know what I mean? That's before the internet, you know, before we could you know, we didn't have contact with these cities. And then so when the internet, like I say, y'all remember NWA dropped, everybody was like, what's that? You know what I mean? You got your first taste of the West Coast, and then the internet kind of tied us all together. That's why we here now in all different states. Now, we couldn't have done this, you know, 40 years ago. We couldn't have been on here talking. There's a foot-long sub, a 3 foot, a 6 foot, last 2. So they call them here in Baltimore, they call them subs. Down south, they used to call them poor boys, hoagies, hero. I've heard different names. I don't know. Like we call, what will you call a fizzy drink in the can? Some people say soda, pop, just different places where you go. Let me get a Coke. Don't matter. It could be orange. They like Coke, cherry lime. It's a Coke. You know what I mean? Like how Spanish people call every cereal cornflake. Cornflake. Give me the corn, dame little cornflake. But it's Captain Crunch, but it's still cornflake. Anyway, Hoagie, a hero ain't nothing but a sandwich. Cool movie. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. A lot of cases, high profile stuff, but we can't let it divide us and keep us angry. You know what I'm saying? Banana peppers. Where you at, Subway? So I'm always a minute too long. Blah blah blah. Oil and vinegar, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, as far as on the political scene, I literally, man, do you know I stopped watching political videos because the YouTube algorithm kept feeding it to me, and I realized that I was being manipulated by people on both sides. Like you got these, I talked about this in another video where you got these content creators always talk about Trump did this. Look what Trump did now. Trump ate a sandwich. Trump fell over. Oh my God, he fell asleep. Oh my God. And they just do this all day. And I'm just like, I don't really care about that. I'm like, is there some type of grassroots organization you're starting where we can kind of, go like make some changes or lobby lawmakers or something we can do to really have some shit in the real world? That's the problem with the internet, man. It puts you on this microphone where you'll sit here and you're not really doing anything. Oh shit, is it 8 o'clock? Damn, where did time go? Where did the time go? He was on the stage with Hov. He hasn't been the same since. Speaks for play game, live in action, wasn't on my sector card. I saw a cipher with Black Thought LL in it. Oh man, I was supposed to work out, y'all. And I did not. Because I'm telling you, messing with y'all stinking asses. And I'm supposed to have worked out. Show enough. Follow the money. I don't know, Raw, have you done? Now, I'm gonna sound ignorant. I'm pretty sure you've done some political shows. I usually catch your panels when you guys are all having like community talk, which is cool. But I don't know. There's what's the lady? She's a avid Trump supporter. Is it Misunderstood? She does that. And it's funny because I laugh because people always come in the comment section and they're like, see, that's the problem. And he did this and he did that and he did this and the other thing. And you guys, I can't believe, and I be wanting to yell so bad. I say, dude, when somebody is riding, they're a card carrying Republican. If they riding with Trump, they riding. It's nothing you're gonna say. What do you think you're really gonna type that's gonna change the person's mind? It don't matter. It don't matter. But see, that's my point. See, when I look at our leaders, I always want to be in a position where if it's something wrong, I can call it out. I can say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Leader, you're effing up. You're not handling. You're not handling the business. So what's Jolie at? Y'all had me on my Chi-Town shit. But oh, y'all about to make me run the Jersey Mike's. Man, I give it to him, man. Jersey Mike's. That's the only probably sandwich place I like still. Even I'm trying to think. I think private equity may have bought it. So don't be surprised if the sandwiches start getting smaller and the prices go up. I'm so tired of private equity. There's no competition. The capitalism has run amok. It has gone astray. It's just hyper accelerating, and it's going to eventually explode. There's no mom and pop store. There's these big, I don't think capitalism should have been designed where it's like 3 people are going to own half of the money. I don't see the free enterprise in that. We used to have government oversight. They would come in and, if a company got too big, like Chesapeake and Potomac Phone Company, you're too big. You got all the phones in America. You got to divide yourself up into 7 or 8 pieces. We got to have fair competition. Do we still have fair competition in capitalism anymore? I don't know. Raw B, we call them subs here, oil and vinegar. I like to soak my shit until you look at me sideways, pop here. My sisters get on my damn nerves saying soda. Soda pop. Some people say the whole thing. You know what I mean? Some people. Speak. Are you doing that? AI battle. Beautiful, beautiful ain't right. Yo, that girl ain't right. You know what I mean? She funny as hell when she just feel like it. She can just turn it on. All right, y'all. We can't be at this all night, but let me see here. What am I doing? Okay, invite. Can't get right. Yeah, beautiful, funny as hell. And beautiful gonna make her national audio debut. She gonna do it on this show right here. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. My girl YM was supposed to do it, but she gave somebody else the opportunity. However, YM is getting some new gear, y'all, for the summer. And she is going to, me and her, we're going to be right here cammed up and the whole nine. Me and YM is coming out, y'all. Y'all better get ready. She coming out like Diana Ross on that song. Sure enough. So y'all better get ready and get ready to be dazzled. That's right. That's right. She one of the model type chicks. But she don't show y'all because, you know, she said she got enough hate already being one of the most skilled and technically advanced ladies around here. So she ain't trying to really get that kind of attention to herself. No doubt. So, Bombay, man, listen. Listen, Robbie said, I heard the song. I heard that little, the on lock reference. She the only one mentioned that, y'all. That is funny. She the only one mentioned that. I was doing my little R&B joint. That's all right, though. It didn't get a whole lot of spins. It ain't go platinum. But see, that's a matter of fact, speaking of the music, that's another point. So that's LV did that track first. Divine 7 did a version of it. I can't wait for her to finish it and put it out. I'm just dying to hear it because she let us hear a little bit of it and it was sounding really good. She had a little harmonies and stuff going. It was a nice groove. So I put my spin on it. We should do a challenge. Everybody should take that track and we should all do a version of it. That's what I'm saying. Let's get back to the fun stuff, please. Why I'm about to pinky up on the sector. Pinky. Yeah, so man, okay. Let's see. I got a few minutes left. I got a few because I gotta do some cardio or something, some stretches, some yoga or something happening. Where's Stephanie at? Stephanie's the law person around here. I don't think we ask her enough questions. Everybody around here is a lawyer, but we don't ask Steph enough questions. And I want to ask Steph some questions because I like to learn. Law school is one of the hardest schools to pass. And yeah, so y'all look, man, we not gonna fight, man. We not gonna fight. We just gonna do what we do. And we all gonna make music and make nice things. Welcome to the stage. It's Raw B. We go all the way back like headlines and car seats, back to the black sector, the conscious sector, all the way back before there was a sector. And now she's here.
What up, Bombay?
What's going down? I need you to rebrand my whole Dr. Bombay channel. I will be sending you an email about that later.
Oh, I got you. I got you covered.
Yeah, you do. I ain't gonna lie. Now, see, I can't do that. Like how you got all that stuff going. Man, I don't have a clue. And I like the layout. So I know you can like create. I see what you do with yours with the different themes and everything. Like, and I know if I say, well, can you make it all like medieval England, you know, and I want that dark, like the dark age look and the knights of shining armor and all that. I know you could be, oh, I got you, you know, whatever. So
oh yeah, I got you covered.
Yeah. And now I got to figure out the content to go with the channel. First, maybe I want to start with that first. Why? You know, because some people will have these beautiful laid out channels and then no content. So I think I better figure out what I want to say before I go creating a theme. That makes sense, right?
I mean, you can hit me up on an email. I can help you. I have a couple exercises that can help you to determine where you want to take your brand and what you want your brand to look like and what you want your brand to be about.
Oh, snap. Oh, that's all professional.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I do real business. You know, I know I be with the shits or whatever, but I do real shit.
Oh, that's impossible. You can't be a professional business person and be in the effery too. It don't work.
I know. That's what they said. But the way, you know, my business portfolio is set up, that would be a lie.
Damn.
But
Wow.
yeah, Bombay, you want started all of this mess today. You want pulled everybody up out the clouds and stuff. You don't had everybody coming out. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little 1-2. You know what I'm saying? 1-2 step problems and shit. You know what I mean? Why you did
Yeah,
that?
it gotta it gets us talking. It gets us talking, and now people are talking about collaborating and doing more. So, like I said, it takes us away from the same narratives that get run every day on here. Lord knows we could definitely use a break from some of that. So now we're talking, the conversations are open, we're gonna build, we're gonna do better. You know, when I get critiqued or criticized, I go, man, let me see, how can I fix it? How can I make it better? Whatever. So let's all get to going. I think it's a good idea to have. I was talking about earlier about like how people play chess, and there's on chess.com. There's a section where people will have chess engines where they use their own. You can't use a chess engine to play a real person because that's against the rules, and they'll kick you off of the platform. Even though I was kicking people ass on there, this one dude reported me. I was just beating people, and they just was like, "Oh well, we feel as though we did an analysis. We feel like some of your moves, didn't seem human." And I'm just like, for real though, but sometimes there's a section where they'll have, you can use your chess engine to battle other chess engines. So one person might say, well, I'm using this chess program versus Chess Master 8000, and they will have like the computers play each other. So with the AI, you could have it where, the same way you have music and then you have Grammys, you have the awards, people vote. You could have like an AI Grammy uh thing going, or a competition like that as well. Like who can do the best programming or write the best scripts to get the thing to really crank out, some stuff on a high level. So yeah, it's room. It's definitely room for that. Because we've already done a lot of the conventional stuff where it's like, we'll say king of the sector, queen of the sector, or who had the best content, this or that, type of awards and things. But why not? Why not take this opportunity to create a competition? Me personally, I don't know enough about it. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of people around here that do. So let's get it together, get it going, let it rip.
No, because when we was doing the AI videos and stuff like that with the handmaidens and stuff like that, creating music for that, people wasn't really, they wasn't into it. I mean, honestly, people got a deep seated fear of AI. It's an unreasonable fear, but nonetheless, it's still a
Do you,
fear.
do you think it has to do with I don't know, maybe I'm reaching here, like job loss? Because they've been beating that drum. Oh, it's gonna be these many millions of people out of work. And I'm just like, I don't know, because Make a Change made a point. He was talking about AI. Some of these companies got AI doing coding, and then I seen they fired like all of these people at this one company. I wish I could remember the video. And then now they had to bring the people back to undo, because the AI did mess some stuff up. So they had to bring. I think it's going to be some years before it's perfected, where it's really putting us out of business. And people's concern are like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do now? I say, well, we need to talk to our lawmakers about that. What are their plans for us if everything's gonna be run by AI? I said maybe we'll have enough time to start developing ourselves culturally or do some other things. I don't know. This society is everything's based on money. So I mean, welcome D7. I'm sorry, didn't mean
Hey, Seven. I
to be
mean,
rude.
here's the thing. They already have councils for that. They have councils where they're determining the law and the ethics of AI and AI usage and integration. What a lot of people don't realize is there's already a whole ton of AI automation within the companies that they work for anyway, even down to their servant leader roles in jobs. Like for the CSM, they have the AI versions of that, AI integrations. Like a lot of these tasks that are very menial labor that needs to be done for bigger corporations are done with AI automation. So I don't know why people are scared. I think what a lot of people are more afraid of is education, because you could get a certification on Google for AI automation, like, and that's just, of course, the base level to start, but you just have to be in it to win it.
Mm. I think the same fear was during the beginning of the computer revolution. People were like, oh, the computers are going to take over, all the way back to robots assembling cars. We've always had this innate fear of losing to technology, and we didn't really lose so far. You know, I was kind of pissed off though when I called tech support the other day and I was talking to the AI robot and I'm like, oh my god! And then the thing hung up on me. It was like, okay, go to the website. And it was like, click. And I was like, no. So I had to call it, keep saying representative, 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 till it said, you need a representative. I'm like, oh my God. And I told him, I said, boss, man, y'all, man, you gotta give me the tech support gotta be real people, man. This is money we dealing with. This too important, man, for me to argue with the computer right now. I don't mind that for Comcast cable, but this ain't Comcast. I'm gonna need to talk to some people.
Yeah, I mean, customer service especially is having a lot of challenges using AI to be, the front line of defense to get people routed to the appropriate departments. But we are definitely light years away from full AI automation and them taking over everything. And again, because of the flaws in generative AI, especially where it creates like hallucinations, you still need human beings to verify and review.
Wow.
Oh no, let me not talk about stuff like that. Like I have some sense and I know what's going on. Now I mean, some spot okay. What's good?
Oh my God. Do they in Arkansas, do people walk up to you and ask you to pronounce words because you're from up north?
Oh my god, I don't even like try to talk to anybody out here because they're like, "Where are you from?" Because your accent, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, maybe from New York." I don't know.
A lot of my New York friends down south, people always talking about, yo, say quarter, say quarter.
Right.
Like they tell you to say word, say water, like so they can hear your accent. I said, yo,
Say
that's crazy.
car. Like, and I'm really funny when people ask me silly stuff like that. I'm super, super dialed in to say all the letters. I'm like, car. But I play
Wow.
too much. Somebody the other day
Lord,
asked me if I was like from Memphis. They said I had like a New York and a Memphis accent. And I was like, whoa, whoa, okay.
it can you can adapt it sometimes when you move places, you'll start to sound different and you go back home and everybody's looking at you like, what you say? You pick I don't it's a word for that. I do it unconsciously, like I mimic people's accents and don't know I'm doing it. It was a word for that. Somebody told me subconsciously your brain is actually complimenting the person. You're trying to identify with them. And I said, well, I didn't know I was doing it till some of my Russian friends were teasing me one time. They kept rolling their R's extra hard. It was like, you want me to bring it? You want me to bring? Because I kept saying bring. They was laughing and shit. I was like, am I rolling the R? He said, yeah, man. He said, what's that shit about? I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's because y'all keep saying it.
Just a mess. But I just came up here to raise your blood pressure up a little bit. Oh, what did you think about my little song? I know it's not real music because it's AI or whatever, and you
Which
can't punch the music.
which one?
The one I did at the Underslander show.
Damn, my bad. I was back on the phones by then.
Oh,
I
you
was
didn't
typing
hear?
in the yeah, this lady, she hit me up and was like talking about, hey, what's up, man? I gave up a couple $1 million. My husband say he got this cash bonus and shit. I'm like, but the problem is she wasn't threatening to leave the company. Like she wasn't threatening to leave the company. So I couldn't position it in a way, say, hey, let me holler at you for a second. If if we could talk some more, I could probably, give you a little something on the back end. So she was like, man, I'm saying that ain't right. So I had to talk to the management. I was like, yo, how can we do this? He was like, yo, he said, send her email, tell her to call on the phone. And when she calls in, I said, but I already done moved the money. He said, nah, it don't matter. Just tell her when she call you, tell her what time to call you, and then just say this and guide her through the question. So I was like, so what you saying is, I was all crazy. So what you saying is that you probably thinking of moving this $3 million over to another firm if you somehow feel slighted or something. She was like, yeah, it could be. I was like, thank you for that on the recorded line. And let's go ahead and put these codes in. Let me get this money for you. Welcome to the stage, Carrie. And there's somebody else behind the scene. How How do you click on something to authenticate somebody?
Oh
How do you
no,
do that?
that's the song. I put it in the back chat for you so you can hear it
Oh
real quick.
shit.
I
Oh
wanna
my. I'm so damn slow as hell. I'm thinking that's. I'm thinking it's some person named Hathor or Hater or whatever.
child, I need to hurry up and give you a little quick tutorial.
I did this before one time. Matter of fact, it was my own song, and I was screaming at the person.
That's a hot
Well,
mess.
welcome to the stage, Chicago's finest.
Hey, the word is called linguistic convergence.
Is that
When you
it?
when you copy somebody else's accent without
Oh
realizing
shit.
it.
Let me write that down. I do, man. One time I was working at this place, and my man said, "Yo, the Iranian dude." He asked me why you keep mocking him, and I said,
Yeah.
"What?" He said, "Yo, you." He said, "You be doing it every time you talk to him about the car. Yo, you start doing this accent and shit." I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, man, I ain't know. Linguistic. You said convergence.
Yeah, like coming together.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, I know what convergence is. I'm just trying to understand the whole term. So linguistic convergence. Wow. Okay. Cool. Now I do, but I do at work. I do it on purpose though sometimes because
Well,
I
and the
told.
second tidbit, yeah, we all do. That's why this is just convergence, right? Or that's the term they use for that phenomenon or whatever. As far as I know. But also, you said that it started in the industrial. Wait, when did you say you thought it started with people during the computers? No, have you ever heard of the Luddites? Have you ever
No,
heard somebody called like a Luddite as an insult? Like if they don't want to learn how to use some software or something, like don't be such a Luddite.
I haven't heard the term.
So the Luddites were these like textile workers back at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution who went around, they were like anarchists who went around breaking textile machines, like those big reams, some of the first like mass production machines. So you were talking about people resisting AI, and it didn't start with computers. It actually started with textiles at the very beginning of what we call the Industrial Revolution in the UK. And the Luddites were a really important historical group. I'm gonna bring it to the modern, and I'm gonna hop down, because their idea was that the wealthy were going to use these machines to displace poor laborers, right? And so they had, it was like this. Yeah, they were like this terrorist group, and they had like blood oaths, and they would be meeting in the night by candlelight and shit. They were like really, it's some interesting shit. And so they like would go around like breaking the machines, and the American slaves took up their strategies on slave plantations here, right, as a form of resistance by like breaking machinery and stuff. So anyway, they failed, obviously, because the you can't be a Luddite, right? It's a losing strategy. You can't beat back technology with terrorism, was the lesson learned. But long story short is that the Luddites were right. They weren't wrong, right? Technology will be used to displace workers. And one of the interesting things is that the wealthy will try to convince the poor that we can overcome technology by becoming more and more skilled workers. Like, we're the problem. We just have to learn these new skills. Like, oh, you just have to learn AI. It's an education problem. Like, you have to learn more skills. But that's not true, right? Because there's not enough high skilled labor. AI is taking the high skilled jobs. The only, that's not, you can't skill technology. And so, long story short, we actually moved from a skills-based economy to a service technology. Hardly anybody's a skills-based laborer in our economy now, right? And so one of the interesting things that's happened, if you look back at the Luddites and what they were saying, how true they were, we have all this technology, right? But all the technology has done is make us have to work harder. And so it really has enriched the rich, because now that we have computers, the files that used to take us a week to compile, we're expected to get done in 20 minutes.
Wow.
And so it hasn't been like, oh, we have this great technology, we should, empower the workers, like we can get more done in less time, so we should have more leisure. No, it's just do more and more and more. And I don't know if you were on my panel the other day, we were talking about this idea that poor people are lazy. And it's not true. We're the most productive workers in the history of the world. But it's never enough. It's never enough, because what are we competing with? All the way back to, who was the dude that died trying to outrun the who was the black guy with the hammer? The song is about him. That's
John
spiritual.
Henry.
John Henry, right?
Yeah.
So you can't outrun the machine, right? It's not possible, but it's like that's the contest we're setting ourselves up for when we try to compete with technology. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna hop down.
Wow. Fellas, I'm up here with all this brain power. You wish you could be me right now, don't you? Oh.
So while she made some interesting points, it's not necessarily true, right? So I'm going to put some links in the back for you so that
Uh-oh.
you can make your own decisions based off of information. What AI is doing is actually reshaping employment, not eliminating it. In the World Symposium, the World Economic Forum Future Jobs Report 2025, yes, 92 million jobs will be displaced, but 170 million will be created with a net gain of $78 million, 78 million job positions. So, I mean, it just depends on how you choose to look at things. Like, as I said before, it's task based. A little bit of both. Either
I
a little
can't
bit of both.
stand his Beijing beard wearing ass.
Do you see the links that I'm putting in the back chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna save them Jones. Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying? So, yeah, it's going to be 97 to 170 million new jobs created by 2030, but 30% of US jobs will be automated or could be automated by 2030. And 60% of jobs will experience significant task level changes due to AI. But 11.7% of United States jobs are already technically automatable today. And 14% of the global workforce may be forced to change careers by 2030. So, again, it's not about wealth or poor, it's about making a shift. And for every job that you have, if you want career advancement, you should always be increasing your learning portfolio with continuous education.
Wow. Well, before I wrap completely up, I'm gonna play your song.
Okay, cool beans. And I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop a couple of these links in the chat just so people have them, because I know people like to have information, but they don't like to do the research. So I'll drop the link so people can take a look and read and gain a more vast knowledge.
Deep.
But yeah, play the song because I want to know your thoughts. I don't want you to just play it. I want to know what you're thinking.
Oh, I saw this in the background, but I didn't have my earphones.
Late at night, yeah. So I creep. People say it's bars, but it makes you wanna sleep. Up late at night, TLC, and so I creep. Ninjas corny, whack, faded, jaded out they frame. Hating on others, but they doing all the same. Same old game, same old shame. Point the finger, switch the blame. I'm wide awake, they in they feelings, calling out their name. Creeping on the low. Butterfly effect, watch the whole click fold. They scroll at 3 a.m., eyes red, souls broke. Typing essays in the dark, but can't quote their own quotes. Fake tough in the comments, keyboard warrior mode. But in real life, soft as tissue. Hide behind the code, you say my bars hit different. Put you in the slumber, cause true serum in my pen. Got you tossing under covers, ninjas faded, jaded, stuck in they old ways. Out they frame, picture crooked, can't even hold their gaze, yeah. Hating on the glow up, but stealing all the sauce. Copy paste the whole wave, they mad cause they lost. I'm up grinding mine, chaos brewing in the pot. Why you creeping on my page, screenshotting what I got? People say it's bars, but it makes you wanna sleep. Up late at night, TLC, and so I creep. Ninjas corny, whack, faded, jaded out they frame. Hating on others, but they doing all the same. Same old game, same old shame. Point the finger, switch the blame. I'm wide awake, they in they feelings, calling out their name. Creeping on the low. Butterfly effect, watch the whole click fold. You talk big on the net, but fold in the DM. Sending threats and deleting. Typical weak sims out here preaching loyalty, but snake in your skin, doing the same dirt. You condemn. Let the record spin. I'm newly married, building empire. Special needs, mom on go. You still single, bitter, projecting all your faded energy, jaded soul. Can't even celebrate. Hate in your heart so heavy, it's a whole damn weight. Creep through the night, but it's prayer in my session. Asking God for the street, while exposing their deception. They want the smoke but choke when the fire get real. Butterfly for grass, still watch the haters kneel. Why you mad at my shine? Go fix your own mirror. All that creeping in the dark just makes the vision clearer. Corny ninjas, white moves, y'all the same crew. I'm leveling up, wings spread, leaving dust on you. So keep the hate coming, fuel for the anthem. Turning negativity to my victory anthem. Up late, but I'm winning, mind sharp, no sleep needed. TLC creeping, but my guys already leading. Ninjas out they frame, can't touch this legacy. But butterfly, time to rise, and that's the energy. Hating on others, but y'all doing the same. Keep it up, I'm just getting started with the game. Keep it up. People say it's bars. People say it's bars.
Oh shit.
What you thought about that?
It knocks. That shit knocks. That's, you know what? When you program that, is it, well, I'm trying to get the question right. Is it after someone's style, or is it like, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the new pop songs, so like, to me a lot of it sounds like I can't tell one artist from the new ones from the other. Is it for the model, like, what am I trying to ask? How did you tell it, like, or make it do this particular style?
Okay, so that's a sample of my voice, and it has a lot to do with how I wrote the song, right? So that's what I was saying. A lot of it is dependent upon how you prompt. If you don't prompt correctly and you don't know how to like enrich your stylings on an AI platform, then yes, it comes out very much cookie cutter, same style, same flow, same kind of pacing and spacing. But that's what I was telling you. Like, you can also warm up the EQ, you can also make it more bass forward. And then in a subsequent program that I have, like when I'm doing the video, I also can enhance it and add other little extra stuff on it. That's why most of my music does not sound like AI.
Oh, well. Looking forward to that tutorial. Looking
Yeah,
forward.
come deal with me. Come deal with me. Deal with your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Looking forward to that tutorial, y'all. Stay tuned. Robbie will be dropping the AI tutorial so you too can sound professional using your own assets. That's right.
And then I have iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
I used to, but my card bounced, and they don't like me no more.
Child.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
don't like
playing.
me. Yeah, I need to get back to like creating a catalog. I mean, all these novelty songs are great, but sometimes you just want to do some real music.
I know,
You
but
know.
even if you want to do fun stuff, like if the sector wants to support you, they could spend 99 cents on a song, right?
Oh, okay. Interesting. 99 times 180 views.
Right.
That could work.
And even like your videos that you make and stuff like that, you can also upload them as well. Like it have them in iTunes and Deezer and iHeartRadio and different things of that nature. Too many people be too busy trying to hate on me. I actually know a lot of stuff about business, especially about the music aspect of things. I just be quiet in my own little world. You know what I'm saying? Doing what it is that I do.
Wow. Any final words before we begin to wrap?
I fucks with you the long way, Bombay. We've been knowing each other for years already, years and years and years. So please don't ever think
Yep.
this little nonsense that be going on. I don't know what be happening around here. That ain't never gonna change our friendship and how we rock with each other.
No
Um,
diggity.
And I think a lot of people should follow the leader. Like, stop projecting your beef and your nonsense onto other people. Let people enjoy their friends and enjoy their spaces or whatever. And mind your own damn business. Drink your water. Go outside. It's the summertime. Take a shower. Take a bath. Keep that kitty cat clean. Keep that pee pee clean. You know what I'm saying? And do what you gotta do. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you for coming through. Well, I don't know where Stephanie Collins is, but that's all right, Steph. I see you on the next run. I was kind of just going on and on. Welcome, T.Pring, to the thing. That's right, with the joy that she bring. Yo, and man, it was cool. I don't know, I was just kind of going off, y'all. I don't know, just some steam. I find this to be very therapeutic, when you can just release and just let it all out. Especially take a bath. T.P. said you gotta wash your ass. Your whole ass. Not the asshole. But the whole ass. Y'all funny. Y'all ain't right. But wasn't that Red Fox comedy album called You Gotta Wash Your Ass? That was hilarious. That man was very funny, very talented. But y'all, I'm starting to wind down. I need to do something with the rest of this evening. I guess I could read a book. I got to put the trash out. It's trash day in the mall. And it's a short week, so I got to grind at work, try to produce some more for this Friday. We're going to have off. I will be traveling, of course. I always like to get away for the 3-day weekends. Got to go to the other home front and see what's happening. Man, I thank y'all all for tuning in, and I thank y'all for that funny commentary and, making me laugh and everything through it. But fellas, get y'all shit together. I meant when I said that. Get it together. Get it together. Stop playing on here. I know you're an online celebrity. You could be a celebrity in the real world. And ladies, although you get, footing your ass constantly around here and put down and terrorized and all of that, baby, you ain't got to be a star to be in my show. But you definitely could be in my show. I'm glad you have a shout out to Billy Davis and Marilyn McCool. And with that, I'll leave y'all with the words of peace and tranquility. Look at that. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta set my they want me to set my outro video. I'll leave you with the words of peace and tranquility. Namaste. And hopefully this thing don't